Are you tired of playing by the rules? Tired of doing what you're supposed to when all you really want to do is burn the damn rule book and start fresh? I get it. I've done it more than once. And let me tell you, freedom tastes better than approval ever could. Welcome to Her Gypsy Rebel, the podcast for those who crave more creativity, more space, more of your own damn life on your own terms. I am Jacqueline Van Bierk, aka Pink Star, a musician, artist, traveler, and professional rule breaker, bringing you real, unfiltered conversations about reinvention, confidence, and making space for what actually matters. So grab a coffee, a tea, something a little stronger, because this is where the rebellion begins. Hello, my Gypsy Rebels. Here's something I wanted to talk about that I feel is so important. Stop saying I am old. I hear people say it all the time. People in their mid-20s, people in their 30s. It's just crazy to me. Why would you say that? Because, first of all, the alternative is death. Unless you want to be dead, aging is the only option you have. But aging doesn't have to mean declining. It doesn't mean you heading towards your deathbed. It just means you're getting wiser. You're getting more experience. You're living life. It's like a tree who grows taller, having more resources. You're learning, you're evolving constantly. You're transforming constantly. Nothing in life is as permanent as change. Embrace the changes. And that also means embracing the changes within your body. As women, we go through hard times. Not only do we bleed most of our lives, but then we have to deal with premenopause, menopause. It's not fun. But again, the alternative? So we learn to adapt. We learn to live with it. We find cures for it. We find solutions for it. If you're watching this and you're feeling this, it really resonates with you. Realize that when you say, I'm old, you're reaffirming that. And you are spell casting. You're putting a spell on yourself, your mind, your body, your soul, saying that we are in decline. We are on our way up. I am not as fit as I used to be. I'm not as pretty as I used to be. I'm not as energetic as I used to be, or excited, inspired, creative, whatever it is that you're currently going through. It is completely normal because we go through certain phases in our lives where a chapter starts and a chapter ends because the universe is telling you this chapter is over. So let's start new. Let's start something different. You're at a different phase in your life. So maybe you can talk about your experiences in your life. Maybe you can share those stories. Maybe I hear people say that all the time also. The good old days are over. Life sucks now. There's nothing awesome anymore. Everything sucks, right? You can subscribe to that idea if you want to. Or you can say, I'm so grateful to be here during this time and to experience and learn new things like technology. There's no escaping this. So why not adapt to that as well? And realize, oh, maybe there's a way for me to bring these good old times back and share that with the younger generation so they can experience what I experienced back then. There's so many ways to get creative and to stay inspired. When you stop moving because you say, oh, I'm old now, I can't walk the stairs up and down anymore without being out of breath. Well, that probably means that you need to start exercising again. Could be just starting a yoga program, or definitely weightlifting. Strength training is super important for people as we age a little bit more because our bodies need to stay fit. When you exercise, you not only bringing your whole circulation back to life in your body, but you're also building muscle, and muscle is important to support you. And it's also good for your mental health and for your energy levels. And then, of course, diet. You also want to make sure that you eat foods that are healthy for you, that are satisfying to you, and not just eat all the junk. Read your labels so that you know what you're actually putting into your body. Your words are powerful. One of the reasons why you're feeling the way you feel. And you might be saying, well, you know what? I've lived a lot of life. I've gone through so much pain, so much disappointment. And guess what? You're still here. You survived it. That's how freaking strong you are. That's what a badass you are. So if you survived that, hello, Live life. What is really still inside of you that you feel like, man, I always wanted to kind of go and travel the world, or I always wanted to go and make that painting, or write that symphony, or that screenplay, or that book, whatever that might be. You're here for a reason, and the reason is not for you to complain about your age. Matter of fact, some people might say, well, you're so delusional. You're acting like you're 29 when you're not. No, that's not what this is about. This is about that I don't need to know my age. Of course, I know my age. Sometimes I don't. Because I like to not tell people how old I am. You know why? Because people only ask that for two reasons. Either they want to say, wow, you look amazing for your age, or they want to say, whoa, you look pretty old for your age, right? So, like, or they want to judge you and say, well, you shouldn't be dressing like that at that age. It's just so stupid. People just want to judge. People want to, for some reason, people are fascinated and obsessed asking people about their age. It's weird. It's so weird to me. Let's say somebody's 65 and they say, oh my God, he's so old. And then suddenly that person dies and they're like, oh my God, he was so young. People make no sense. So stop listening to other people, the outside world. This is about you, your life. Do not live in the past. Do not think about all the times you did all these amazing things and you wish you were still there. You are here now. So live in the present and know that this is your time. Maybe your message right now, right here. You are still alive. You're here for a reason. You have a purpose, and maybe you've forgotten how amazing you are, what a badass you are, how ageless and timeless you really are. I saw a lady on TikTok. She even says her age. She didn't have to, and she doesn't look it, but she said, I'm a 70-year-old singer-songwriter on TikTok. And she's jamming out, playing her guitar and singing these songs. And I thought to myself, how freaking awesome is that? How awesome to put herself out there being who she is. Yes, people might judge her because that's what people like to do. But you know what? Those people might be even 10 years older than her and just jealous of the fact that she is still doing her thing while they gave up on themselves. Do not give up on yourself because you are here for a reason. Embrace life. Embrace the fact that you are still here because some people who really would wish to still be here are not here anymore. And you can take care of your health. You can take care of your outside, right? Like you can dress funky if you want to, dress vibrant, freaking color your hair. Who cares? Do you. Do what you want to do. They always say the older you get, the crazier you get, the less you care. And that's one of the great things about being a little bit older because you don't care as much anymore what people think about you. You've gone through so much crap. You're like, you know what? I don't care. I've done it all. I've seen it all. So here we go. And be open minded to new ideas, to new concepts, to new technology, and learn it. Because when you're learning something new, you're stimulating your brain, you're exercising your brain, and you're staying youthful. Doing yoga, you're staying flexible. You're not as prone to injury. Same with your strength training. So please do not give up on yourself and please stop saying you're old, especially when you're 25 years old, because you're not old. And even when you're 80 years old, you're not old. What even is old? Tell me, what is old? It's almost an insult, and ageism definitely is a thing here and there, but I feel those walls are being torn down, those barriers are being removed because with the power of social media, people can do whatever they want to do. They don't have to hide behind whatever or wear a mask to pretend they're 25 when they're 85. It doesn't matter. And there's proof, and you can look it up. There are people that started working out in their mid 50s and became fitter than they've ever been in their entire lives. Once you set your mind to something, you can achieve it. Yes, you need support. You need people that believe in you, that cheer you on, especially when you have a day where you don't feel like doing it, because sometimes your energy levels might be low. But you know why? Your energy might be drained because you're not satisfying your soul anymore. You've given up, and your soul is here to tell you, God, I'm getting so tired of trying to tell you, let's do this, let's do that. And all you think about is, I'm old, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. You're exhausted because you've lost the spark. You focus on all the things that bring you down. You're living in the past that is gone. And you worry about the future that is not even here. So the only thing you have is right here, right now. Embrace the moment. Enjoy the moment. Join some communities. Find like minded people, open minded people that celebrate you, that celebrate your soul, because what we really all are is souls having a human experience. So enjoy this life while you're here. Embrace it. Be freaking fearless and unapologetically yourself. No matter how crazy you want to be, as long as you're a good person, do your thing. But stop saying it. Because what you say, your words are super powerful. It's the same when people say, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick. You keep saying it and you keep re-inviting it into your reality. And when you do that, you keep feeling that way. And it's not easy to say, I'm well when you're not feeling well, but you could say, I'm healing, my body is healing. And that is just the pain of the body removing the dis-ease. It's all about flipping the script. Instead of saying I'm old, say, you know what? I'm entering a new chapter in my life. When you think, oh my God, I'm at the age where I'm heading towards my grave, what kind of life is that to live? What kind of excitement is in that statement? Nothing. Instead, you could say, I'm still here and I'm going to kick ass. One of the ways to go back to your 25-year-old self might be what used to light me up. Do I still like that? Do I want to bring that back into my life because that really brought me joy? And maybe I stopped doing it because I started doing this corporate job that made me all this money. But what I really want to do now is something that fulfills me, that excites me, that brings me purpose and joy. Go back to that for that reason and that reason only. And also, when you think about the good old times with today's technology, maybe you could be the one reintroducing the good old times you had back then and sharing that with the generation of today, sharing this is what we used to do. Check it out. You might inspire some young person to bring something like that back. Everything changes. Gratitude is so important. So be grateful for the fact that you are still alive, that you've survived so many things. And some people really worry about the economy. They worry about the political climate. Don't worry about that. Think about all the times throughout your lifetime, all the craziness that was going on in the world. This is nothing new. There's always something crazy that happened, tragedy that happened, and you survived it. You're still here. And maybe somebody broke your heart, and you know what? You survived it. You're still here. You're here to tell your story. You're here to share, to empower. Erase, I am old. Never ever say it again. Instead, live in the now. Embrace the new chapter. It's never too late to start over. Comments below, let me know how you feel about this. And people that say that all the time, if you're feeling old and you're feeling depressed and you're feeling uninspired, maybe it's time to grab that journal and start really writing down and digging deep to see what's next and listen to that inner voice versus listening to everything outside of you, because you are powerful. You are meant to live the best life, no matter what stage in your life. You're here for a reason. You are loved. You're worthy. Make every day a great day and always follow your bliss. And if you are a gypsy rebel, I would love to have you on my podcast as a guest, sharing your story. Much love. And I wanted to make a little disclaimer. This whole subject about aging is way more complex, and I understand that. And I'm not saying we have to live in denial. My purpose with this subject is to really inspire you and motivate you to not give up on yourself, to realize that wherever you are, there's always hope. So you might not be in a great health situation right now, but know that you have the ability to heal yourself and to find the tools. Because the truth is, aging isn't something to fear, fix, or even fight. We want to age gracefully. It's something we own, we get to own. We want to celebrate it. So this is your permission slip that to get bolder, to get freer, to heal yourself again and feel alive, radiant, and excited about your new chapter or the chapter you're currently in. To feel that way, you have to stay connected to your body, to your breath. What I'm offering is Kundalini yoga classes, 3-minute Kundalini yoga sequences for those who have not a lot of time on their hands. This mini course is a perfect way to start to get the basics of Kundalini. And Kundalini is all about raising that energy, that Kundalini energy. It's breath, mantra, movement, meditation. So I love that it's a combination of all of these things. Even a practice for 3 to 6 to 9 minutes a day can make a huge difference in your life if you do it daily. And if you are ready to dive in a little bit deeper, you can join my full program. All the information is in the description below, and I look forward to hopefully coaching you, helping you feel radiant and youthful again and alive again and get your spark back. Thank you for listening. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the podcast and share this with a friend if you feel that would resonate with them. And also join the Facebook group, Her Gypsy Rebel, where we have a community and we talk about subjects like this. And also tell me how you are feeling, how this resonates with you. Have you noticed changes and what difficulties are you currently experiencing? And I will go deeper in future episodes with guests talking about the menopause, talking about hormonal changes, talking about how we can stay fit and young. So stay tuned for that. And with that said, I'm going to see you in the next one.
We had a situation, the train has left the station. Don't be telling more lies, I don't wanna hear it. No more expectations, we're past our expiration. One too many times, I'll survive. Gonna wake up, dust the dirt on my shoes, remind myself life goes on without you. Without you. Once you know the power of goodbye. Once you know the power of let go. Gonna set you free, focus back on me. Let the past be the past, take my power back. You left me where I'm supposed to be, so I thank you for being part of my history. Wake up, dust the dirt on my shoes, remind myself life goes on without you. Without you. Once you